right, welcome back to the channel, man. We got huge trade news coming out like a few minutes ago. We got a three-team trade between Philly, Atlanta, and Oklahoma City. And here's the breakdown right here. We got Philly, who will get Mike Muscala, a real good stretch for, and I think I mentioned this in the Atlanta prediction, something about Muscala. But he's a real good stretch forward, man. I really like him. Atlanta would get Carmelo Anthony, Justin Anderson from Philly, and a 2022 protected first round pick. I think Woj said it was 1 through 10. And then the next year it gets conveyed to two seconds. I got to check on that, but it's a protected first round pick in 2022. And Oklahoma City gets point guard Dennis Schroeder and Tim Luwawu Cabaret, or if you're a Philly fan, they call him TLC. Looking at this trade right here, man, I see a lot of things that I like. First of all, Atlanta is going to waive Carmelo Anthony, so no worries about that. And sources are saying, and of course everybody knew, he either gonna go to Houston, and he did have a meeting with the Miami Heat, who hasn't re-signed Dwayne Wade for some reason. Well, we all know why, but like this trade right here, it says a lot. Number one, Carmelo gets all his money, so when he gets cut, he gets all his money. Oklahoma City was talking about a buyout. So, he gets to get all his money. So he wins in that regard. Number two, now he gets to go wherever he wants. And he can play for vet minimum since he's going to be compensated for the whole year from Atlanta. Because Atlanta, who now has his contract, they are paying him for the rest of the year. If nobody claims him, which I can expect nobody's going to claim a $28 million contract. So he has his money. He's gonna sign it. He's gonna sign somewhere for the vet minimum or whatever, which is probably what $2.4 million, some shit like that. Or he might just sign for the biannual exception. I don't know, but whoever gets Carmelo, I don't care what anybody says, they're gonna get a damn. Just what if he goes to the Lakers? What if? Remember how when LeBron and Melo came in the league, they were good friends. Melo went to Oak Hill, and LeBron went to St. Vincent St. Mary. They would have a lot of those freaking battles in high school. Like, what if, man? Like, what if it's all setting up, and that'll be the good get back for the Lakers since the Warriors want to sign DeMarcus Cousins. Well, I ain't gonna say that. It was a good move for both. For all parties to me. So what if, what if he went there? But hey, Houston, they need something. They lost Ariza. They lost Luke Mbamute. So you have to get Melo now. Slide Ryan Anderson to the 3, or Melo can play the 3. So now you got Chris Paul, James Harden, Melo, and Anderson, and Capella, who you can still sign and go over the cap with. So that's one thing about Melo. Of course, Justin Anderson, another good perimeter defender, which makes Kent Bazemore a little bit more expendable. I keep him. Me personally, I keep Kent Bazemore. You need veteran presence, because that team is very, very, very young now, man. And Oklahoma City. Well, let me go ahead and say this. Dennis Schroeder, his contract comes off the books. Now you can start Trae Young and bring Jeremy Lin off the bench. I think that works out great for Atlanta. Now you get to give Trae Young full reign at the point guard position. Which, if you're going to rebuild, you might as well rebuild all the way. So now this is Trae Young's team, and then you got John Collins right there. This is gonna be an exciting team, and then you got Jeremy Lin, the veteran, coming off the bench. I like that. Oklahoma City, they get Dennis Schroeder, a real good point guard, for a fucking bargain, and you get control. His contract, he got 3 years left. 3 years left in his contract, and if you decide to trade him, he only makes $15.5 million. So that's a win-win. You feel me? So, if you decide to trade Dennis Schroeder, I mean, this is a good trade all around. Of course, Philly, um, they get a stretch four, which is good. You get Dario Saric and you got Mike Muscala. You have to replace Nick Stauskas somehow. But Oklahoma City, I think, did a really good job in this trade to get rid of Melo. You get below that luxury tax, and if I'm not mistaken, it goes from $100 million. It goes from 160 to like 150 or 160 to now the bill is like 88 million or something like that. But they get way below that tax threshold now, man. And then they get a cheap good point guard to take the pressure off of Russell Westbrook, and Dennis Schroeder can play shooting guard too. He can shoot a little bit. He can create his own shot. Russell Westbrook don't have to play 40 minutes a game. Paul George don't have to score all the points. You feel me? And Schroeder can defend. So you put both of them on the court, it's gonna be Clamp City. And they get a guy in TLC who will kind of be like Dennis, Andrew Roberson. Because Andrew Roberson coming back from, I think he had a ruptured patella tendon or something like that. It was something with his knee. He's coming back. Then you got TLC, another good defender. So, they gain perimeter defense. Schroeder plays defense as well. So, like, this whole trade is good for everybody, for what they brought in. Atlanta gets rid of Dennis Schroeder's contract, which wasn't that big anyway, but they get a guy who money comes off the books in 1 year. Philly gets the stretch four. Oklahoma City gets more scoring, pretty much, for the scoring that left that team. Now they get more scoring coming in with Dennis Schroeder and a much more affordable contract with extra control. And he's a young guy, So I love this trade. And to summarize, Philly gets Mike Muscala, Atlanta gets Melo and Justin Anderson and a 2022 first round protected pick. Melo will be waived. Oklahoma City gets Dennis Schroeder and TLC. Man, this offseason is looking nice. A whole lot of events. Anything else happens, you already know. Keep it locked here. Hope everybody having a good day. 1, 2, 3.